Hello everyone and welcome in today's session. Today's session is very important because in this session we are going to discuss our unit number 7 from exam point of view. Which points are important for exam. Now in this, first take your textbook and one pencil. Whenever I will say the points and its importance for the mark, that you note down in your textbook, right? So all of you are ready? So let's start our today's session, that is unit number 7, importance of unit 7 from exam point of view. See here, we will go with the textbook because in biology questions are coming from the textbook in itself, from any sentence, any line, from any corner of the book they will ask the question. No any question is there out of textbook, right? Even exercise also very less questions are asked. So most of the questions are there from your chapter, within the lesson, from anywhere. So we will go with the textbook, right? So are you ready? So let's start. Unit 7, Genetics and Evolution. In that we are going to see the 3 chapters. Chapter number 5, Principles of Inheritance and Variation. Chapter number 6, Molecular Basis of Inheritance. And chapter number 7, Evolution. This whole unit carries maximum marks, that is 18 marks. Now see our first chapter in this unit, that is chapter number 5, Principles of Inheritance and Variation. Here the list of points are given, that these many points we are going to see in this chapter. Now see here, this is your first point, Mendel's laws of inheritance, and in this the chart is given where the characteristics of the pea plant, then dominant traits and the recessive traits are given. So this you have to keep in your mind, that these pictures, round, green, yellow, green, then violet flowers, white flowers, full pod, how it looks, constricted, how it looks. So this you have to keep in mind, and these characters also, which character is dominant and which character is recessive, because 1 mark question will be asked on this, that give the pair of contrasting trait of pod or pod shape or flower color, seed shape or seed color. So this you have to prepare well, right? Now Mendel, in that on which plant he has conducted experiment, this question will be asked. So you can see here George Mendel is there, hybridization experiment conducted on the garden pea plant. Year is the 1856 to 1863. Time period will be also asked, right? Then this table is again very important. So you have to prepare this table. 1 or 2 mark question will be asked. Inheritance of one gene, right? So in that, what is mean by F1, right? F1, F indicates filial. So this you have to remember. F1, first filial progeny. That's why it is known as F1. This will also be asked. Next, proportion. Monohybrid cross is there. Its proportion, it comes as 3:1, right? So this whole steps are there of making cross. This diagram, this you have to see. In that, labeling will be asked, right? So prepare this diagram for the labeling. This picture is there, it shows the monohybrid cross. Tall plant crossed with the dwarf plant, and these both are the parents. Then first generation is there, all tall plants. Then this cross is there, that indicates the selfing, and after selfing these second generation has come, that is the F2 generation. In that 3 talls are there and 1 dwarf is there. So ratio is 3:1. So this is the fixed ratio for all monohybrid cross. This will be asked. One example of monohybrid cross will be asked for 2 or 3 marks. So monohybrid cross you have to prepare well. another seer, genes, alleles. These terms are there. On these terms, definition will be asked. Then monohygous, monozygous, genotype means what, phenotype means what. So these terms are there. All these terms are important. So you have to prepare the definitions of these terms. All these terms will be asked for 1 mark definition. In this, on page number 72, you can see that the two terms are there. Dominant means what and recessive means what. So this you have to prepare the definition, what is mean by dominant and what is mean by recessive. Dominant, how it is denoted, capital letter, right? And recessive character, always it is denoted by the small letter. So this is the homozygous recessive. This is homozygous dominant. So homozygous means what? Both are looking the same. So these both are same. This you have to prepare. Homozygous, heterozygous, dominant and recessive, because whenever the problem will be given based on this, for monohybrid cross or dihybrid cross, these words will be used. Monozygous dominant, then heterozygous, right, or homozygous recessive. That time by seeing this word you have to identify either if it is homozygous dominant means capital T, homozygous recessive means small t, and if it is a heterozygous then one capital T and one small t will become. So you should know these terms. On the page number 72. See the next page, page number 73. On that, few more now new terms are there. That is monohybrid means what and monohybrid cross. These two terms are different. So whenever in exam these questions will be asked, define the monohybrid cross, then you have to write about the cross, right, and what is mean by monohybrid. So gene controlling only one character, right, so that is nothing but a monohybrid. Hybrid which is carried out for a single trait. So this difference you have to understand, and then you have to write the definition for this. Next point is there, that is the segregation. Here it is given the segregate. Segregate means get differentiated. So based on this, whenever the gametes are formed, then these gametes will get segregate, differentiate into different gametes, right? So based on this, law of segregation is given, and law of segregation is given or asked for 1 or 2 marks. In this also you can see cross is there, right? So in that parent is there, capital T crossed with homozygous recessive, that is small t. Whenever the gametes are formed, this one T goes in single gamete, another T goes in another gamete. So this is what it is called as a segregation, get divided, right? So here also small t get segregated into two different gametes. So this is what a segregation. And for F1 generation, one gamete from one parent and another gamete of another parent comes together to form a next F1 generations individual, that is capital T and small t. Whenever this is get selfed, means capital T small t crossed with another individual, capital T small t, heterozygous, then that is called as a selfing. Then we are getting the result of F2 generation, that is 3:1, 3 tall and 1 dwarf. This is what the result. So here also suppose it is capital T and small t is there, one capital T will go in this gamete and small t will go in this gamete. So the gametes living together in the individual, but during the gamete formation these get segregated from each other without mixing with each other. So this gives you the law of segregation, right? This square is there, that is called as the Punnett square. So the Punnett square definition, it will be asked for 1 mark, right? Then the next point, one more thing, you have to remember the symbols. This symbol is there for the female this symbol is there for the male. So whenever you will show the cross, that time these symbols you can use for male parent and female parent. See on the next page, page number 74. On page number 74, you can see that the explanation is given about how this 1:2, 2:1 ratio, phenotypic ratio has come, and how the 3:1 ratio has come. That is the how 3:1 ratio, that is the phenotypic ratio has come, and this same phenotypic ratio is as a 1:2, 2:1 genotypic ratio has come. So you should know the terms. Phenotypic ratio means what, right? And genotypic ratio means what? So this will be asked for 1 mark. Now, very important, test cross. What is mean by test cross? Based on this, 2 marks question will be asked. So in this, as like a problem type question will be given, which you can see on the next page. That is page number 75. In that, see, homozygous recessive and heterozygous dominant phenotype is given. If you don't know the genotype of this organism, then how can you find out? You just cross them with the recessive, right? And whatever the result you are getting of next generation, based on the result you can find out the genotype of this unknown organism, right? Or flower or pod, seed, anything, right? So unknown genotype you can find out by crossing this with completely recessive organisms, right? So this is known as the test cross. So definition of the test cross is there. Whenever the F1 is crossed back with the recessive, then it is called as a test cross. So based on the test cross, 2 or 3 marks question will be asked. Right here IMP. Then next, principles or laws of inheritance. First law of dominance is given. Second law is law of segregation. And third law is their independent assortment. So these 3 laws are very, very important. Among that, the first law of dominance is given here. So whenever the law of dominance will be asked, it will be asked for 2 marks. And you have to write these all 3 points, right? Here factors or genes are there. It is control the character. Second, occurs in pair. And third, whenever the dissimilar pair is there, one member of the pair dominates the other. So which is dominating, that is the dominant, and which is get dominated, that is a recessive. So this is the law of dominance. You can explain the law of dominance with monohybrid cross. So law of dominance with example, it will be asked for 3 marks. So this is again a IMP. I said law of segregation, it will be asked. Yes, law of segregation also it will be asked for 2 marks, or explanation with the example, it will be asked for the 3 marks. So law of segregation you can explain with monohybrid cross. Even you can explain this very well, very betterly with the dihybrid cross. See the next page, page number 76. On this, the next point is incomplete dominant. Now this point is again very, very, very important. So right here IMP, based on this question will be asked for 2 or 3 marks, right? Even sometimes 1 mark question will be asked, and that will be asked on the name of the plant on which incomplete dominance is seen. So the name is snapdragon. This is the common name, or Anthurium species. So this is the scientific name, right? So scientific name will be asked generally. Whenever it is asked botanical name or scientific name, then you have to write this Anthurium species, right? And only the name is asked of that plant species, then you can also write snapdragon, no problem, marks will not cut. But suppose the in this definition will be asked for 1 mark and explanation will be asked for 2 marks. So full explanation on this 3 marks question will be asked, right? So in that you have to write the name also and you have to show the cross also. Or sometimes only the name is asked, that is 1 mark, that I have already said, right? So you have to remember the name of the species and the full explanation with the cross. Or sometimes they will ask that, see here, the phenotypic ratio is 1:2:1. Earlier we have seen that in law of dominance the phenotypic ratio is 3:1, right? But here the phenotypic ratio is 1:2:1 and genotypic ratio is 1:2:1. So both the phenotypic and genotypic ratio is the same. So based on this also question will be asked that in which plant we can see the phenotypic and genotypic ratio is the same. So that time you can write the name. See here the example is given here as an snapdragon and this is the flowers picture is given, right? So this whole explanation you have to prepare. Then modification of the alleles. Why this modification is seen? For that these 3 reasons are given, right? So you have to prepare this very well. 2 marks question or 3 marks question will be asked, right? So why the trait is modified? So for that these 3 points are given. No or less efficient enzyme is formed or non-functional enzyme is formed or no enzyme at all is there. That's why we can see. Now see here the next page, page number 76. So for that 3 points here the explanation is given. So you can go through this. 2 or 3 marks point question will be asked. Next point is codominance. Just opposite the incomplete dominance. So in the codominance question will be asked what is mean by codominance and explain with a example. So the best example is here your blood group. If you will prepare this table, then you can nicely explain the codominance, right? So this table is important. Based on the codominance, 3 marks question will be asked definitely. Or sometimes if direct question is not asked, then indirect question will be asked. Now in indirect question how they will ask? They will give the blood group of the mother, right? And they will ask the blood group of the son, or son's blood group is given and father's blood group is given. Then what is the blood group of the mother? Like that questions will be asked. That will be also asked for 2 marks or 3 marks. So for 2 to 3 marks this point you have to prepare very well. Now see the next page, page number 78. In that multiple allelism is there, right? So what is mean by multiple allelism? For multiple allelism also the blood group example you can explain, right? Now this paragraph is there. This is shows you why the phenotype is changed and it is different in heterozygous, homozygous and recessive, right? Homozygous dominant and homozygous recessive. Means phenotype is changed in capital B and small b and small b and small b. If this phenotype is changed, a slight change is there, if it is noticed, then seed shape is there in a pea plant, that will also be considered as an incomplete dominance and gives you the ratio as 1:2:1. So try to understand this point. 2 marks or 3 marks question will be asked on this paragraph right over here as an IMP. Now the next point is there, inheritance of 2 genes, that is a dihybrid cross. 2 genes we will consider here inheritance for the 2 successive generations, right? So however you have seen the monohybrid cross, same it is there with the 2 characters, we will consider the dihybrid cross. So in that, see here example is given very nicely on the next page, page number 89. So this cross you have to prepare round yellow seeds crossed with wrinkled green seeds, and whatever the result has come in the second generation, that you have to keep in mind, and it is always 9:3:3:1. Now I will say you how to remember this, right? So in that, see, round yellow is there, this is the parent, right? So this is completely parental character. Completely recessive wrinkle green is there, that is the recessive parent, that you will get 1. And middle 6 are there, that is 3 plus 3, that is a hybrid, means from the dominant parent round has come and from the recessive parent green has come, that will be the 3. And the next 3 hybrid will be from the recessive parents wrinkle has come and from the dominant parent yellow has come. So both these dominant and recessive parents 1 character comes, and like that 3 plus 3 organisms we will found. One more thing is there. See this on page number 79. See this F2 generation. F1 generation is completely all are similar, round and yellow seeds will be there. But in F2 generation, whenever you will see this Punnett square, that time keep in mind that how the gametes are formed. First I will say you how the gametes are formed. See here, capital R small r, capital Y small y, right? So take this R with the capital Y. So RY has come. Then take this R with the small y. How we are doing the cross multiplication? Like that. Cross this R with first y, then second y. And then small r you cross with capital Y and then small y. Your 4 gametes are formed. Capital R, capital Y, then capital R, small y, then small r, capital Y, and then small r, small y. Right? So in this way you can keep your gametes. Same it is there, second parent's gamete will become, and keep the both sides gamete sequence same. If you will keep this sequence same, then see here in a particular pattern you will get the offsprings, right? So in that we have seen that the 9 offsprings are there, they will show the parental characters, dominant parental characters, that is round and yellow. So see, these first 4 are there, that is of all parental character. These 4 are there, that is all parental character, and you join them. So this triangle is formed. So this big triangle is there, this will gives you all parental characters, right? Now last corner is there, that will gives you the recessive parental characters, that is green and wrinkle, right? Now remaining 3 plus 3. So in this big triangle, one square is there in between, and then side, 2 sides one. So 1, 2, 3, right? So that will gives you 3 hybrids, and this last cone is there, right? Angle is there of the covering this last cube, that will gives you the next 3 hybrids. So these positions will be the fixed. If you will practice this twice or thrice, you will never commit a mistake in this. Most of the students commit mistakes in this, and that's why they lose the marks. So based on this, 3 marks or 5 marks question will be asked. So prepare the dihybrid cross very well. On the next page, see page number 80. Law of independent assortment is given, right? So law of independent assortment, it will be asked for 3 marks or 5 marks, right? Because this is the only law which you can explain with the dihybrid cross. So whatever here dihybrid cross is given, right? So with this dihybrid cross you can explain the law of independent assortment. So that's why this will be asked for 3 or 5 marks. Prepare this very well. See on the next page, page number 81. It is given of the how the gametes are formed during the germ cell, how these gametes are formed. So this is the You know that cell division takes place in that G1 phase, G2 phase is there, S phase is there, and cell division M phase is there. So during the M phase the germ cells are formed, chromosomes are divided. So all these chromosomal positions are given. So prepare this diagram for 2 marks. Next, see on page number 82. This table is given where you have to identify the which column shows or explains very well about gene and which column explains the chromosome. So these characters are here. With the help of this table you will get an idea what is the difference between the gene and the chromosome. Behavioral difference, because both shows the same behavior. Why? Because genes are present on the chromosome. So whatever chromosomal behavior is there, same like that genes behavior is there. Then this diagram is again very important. Based on this diagram 2 marks or 3 marks question will be asked. So here crossing is shown, how the hybrid gametes or independent inheritance takes place, that is shown, independent assortment of the chromosome. So how they are there with the parent and how they will be gone with the another chromosome, that is shown, right? Next, see page number 83. On the page number 83, chromosomal theory of inheritance is given, right? Sutton and Boveri, they have given the chromosomal theory of inheritance. Based on that the question will be asked. They have worked on which specimen, right? So that is Drosophila melanogaster. These are, right? So this name will be asked for 1 mark. And then second question will be asked, why they have selected Drosophila melanogaster. So the all reasons are here, right? So prepare this paragraph completely, and this will be asked for 2 or 3 marks question, right? So reasons for choosing this experimental specimen and which experimental specimen has used for chromosomal theory of inheritance. So these 2 points you prepare here. The next point is linkage and recombination. On page number 83, in linkage and recombination, what is mean by linkage, what is mean by recombination, definition form you can understand here. Maybe sometimes question will be asked on the definition, define the linkage, define the recombination, and how it is inherited into the next generation. So this diagram is given. So this diagram is very important. Page number 84, the diagram is given. So this F2 generation is there. This you have to keep in mind, right? So very important. Be careful whenever you will prepare this chart. See that here the distance between these two genes are very less, where it is a more. So parental characters here it will be observed more, and here recombinant characters percentage will be increased. This only you have to show. So this 5 marks question will be asked on the same point. Prepare well. On the next page, page number 85, polygenic inheritance is given. Now in this polygenic inheritance you can see here A, B, C. 3 genes has taken, and whenever we have seen monohybrid cross means 1 gene inheritance, we have seen dihybrid cross, in that we have seen 2 genes inheritance, like that 3 genes inheritance is there, trihybrid cross is there. So that is why it is known as the polygenic inheritance. More than 2 genes whenever inherit and we study them for next generations or next to next generation, then it will be said as a polygenic inheritance. So here 3 genes inheritance are given, A, B and C, and for this best example is given of the skin color, right? And that's why we found a different skin tone in the population. Next point is a pleiotropy. So polygenic inheritance, it will be asked for 2 or 3 marks, right? So prepare this polygenic inheritance. And then pleiotropy. What is mean by pleiotropy? An example, phenylketonuria disease is there. In that we can see a pleiotropy. So this will be asked for 2 or 3 marks. Prepare this point again very properly, right? Next point is there, sex determination, page number 85, sex determination. So sex determination you know in human being. So if it is there in human being, it will be asked for 2 or 3 marks. But if it is asked in insects or in birds, then it is asked for 2 marks, right? So in that you have to explain which type of sex chromosomes pattern is there. So in case of insects, if you will see, it is a XY XX type. Female it is XX and male it is XY. But it is same as like a human. But if you will see in the bird, in a male it is a ZZ type, homozygous chromosomes, and in female it is a heterozygous, that is a ZW. So this will be asked. Along with this, right, it will be also asked for reptiles, right? So you have to prepare this. This is the chromosomal determination of the sex. Along with this, some of the environmental factors are there. Based on that also 2 marks question will be asked. So what is mean by heterogamy? Who shows male heterogamy and who shows female heterogamy? This question will be asked. So 1 or 2 marks question will be asked on male heterogamy or female heterogamy and their example. Page number 86. Now on the next page, page number 87. Sex determination in human, it is given. All of you have studied this in class 10th also. Here also it has come. Very easy. Whenever you question will be asked, it will be asked for 3 marks, right? And whenever you will explain this, that time you have to explain with the chart. Important it is, right? Here you have to explain the sex determination in humans with the help of chart. Now if the question is not asked directly in the sex determination in human, then some of the case studies like questions will be given that in village one of the couple is having 3 girls, they don't have the boy child, so who is responsible for that, right? So like that, or all are blaming the female for not giving birth to a boy, right, baby boy. So is they doing the right? So like that social issues based questions will be also asked, but the answer is here, sex determination in human. Sex is determined by the Y chromosome in human. Now the next point, page number 87, sex determination in honeybee is given. Here you can see that who is determining the sex. Here whenever the eggs are fertilized, then they will give the male, and if the egg is unfertilized, then they will produce a female. So like that question will be asked. Means every son is there that has grandparents. So that process is known as a parthenogenesis. What is mean by a parthenogenesis? Reproduction without fertilization. So 1 mark, 2 mark or 3 mark question will be asked on sex determination in honeybee. Remember this chart, right? On the next page, page number 88, mutation is given. What is mean by mutation? So definition, what are the mutagens are there, and chromosomal, due to the mutation chromosomal aberrations and abnormalities are formed. So based on that, genetic disorders and chromosomal disorders are given. Along with this, these are some of the symbols given which is used in the pedigree analysis. Next point is there, pedigree analysis. Now based on this, how the question will be asked. See here, in a pedigree analysis definition you have to prepare for 1 mark, and next they will give some kind of the charts, right? So in that, so see, this is the chart, pedigree chart. So based on that you have to explain. One more thing you have highlight over here, that autosomal dominant trait is there. Give the example, that is myotonic dystrophy, and autosomal recessive trait example is sickle cell anemia. So these examples will be asked. Even such pedigree charts will be given. So like that chart is given, then you have to find out either it is the dominant trait or recessive trait, then it is autosomal linked or sex linked disease, right? So like that question will be asked for 2 or 3 marks. Prepare this point also very nicely for 3 marks. Now the next point, color blindness. This is one more disorder on page number 89. In that color blindness, how it is inherited into the next generation and what is the reason for the color blindness. So all these points will be asked for 3 marks. See the next point, hemophilia. So this is sex linked recessive disease is there. So for every disease whichever given here, you have to highlight that either it is sex linked or autosomal linked, and either it is recessive or dominant. Please underline this, right? And what is the cause for this? So either they will be inherit, carriers are there or not, and you have to make a flow chart also. So based on this, 2 or 3 marks question will be asked. Same it is there for sickle cell anemia. You must I have also explained this in chapter number 6, sickle cell anemia. So based on this also 2 marks, 3 marks question will be asked. Or it is controlled by which gene, HBA and HBS. So HBS indicates what? Diseased single gene is there. So if HBS genotype is there, then which phenotype they will show. So like that also question will be asked for 1 mark, right? So prepare this very clearly, 1 mark or 2 marks. Now see here, this diagram is there. In that you have to remember the change in the base pair is there, right? So this change you have to remember, and the glutamine is replaced by the valine. So this diagram also you have to prepare. Sometime this diagram will be asked and here blank will be given, here, here or here somewhere, right? And 1 or 2 marks to fill the gaps or identify A and B. Like that questions will be asked based on this diagram. So prepare this diagram very nicely. Or this diagram indicates which genotype, that is hemoglobin A peptide. And if it is replaced by valine, then this peptide is HBS peptide, right? Sickle cell anemia peptide. So based on that 1 mark, 2 mark or 3 mark question will be asked. So like that you have to prepare the point. Now this you will found on the page number 90. Now the next page, page number 91 is there. On that you can see the next, phenylketonuria, right? So why this disease is occur? Because of phenylalanine, amino acid phenylalanine is there, that will be convert into the triosine, right? But due to lack of the enzyme, this conversion is not occur, and this will go on accumulating. So based on this, 2 marks or 3 marks question will be asked. Even thalassemia, right? And whatever the disorders we have seen just now, so 3 marks question will be asked that give any 3 chromosomal disorders, right? So any 3 you can write. So prepare these all very nicely for 3 or 5 marks question. Thalassemia also, which chain is affected, right? So like that 1 mark question will be asked. Then chromosomal disorders, in that what is mean by aneuploidy, polyploidy, these definitions will be asked. Then another term is there, that is trisomy, right? So this we will see in a Down syndrome. Down syndrome we can see the trisomy, then Klinefelter syndrome and in Turner syndrome. So these 3 chromosomal disorders are there, that will be asked for 3 marks. So in that you have to remember the chromosomal pattern in these three, and because of this chromosomal pattern, what are the characteristics we observe in the individual. Very important. So here your chapter 5 is finished. So in this way you can prepare the chapter very nicely, because this chapter is very important from the exam point of view. So in this way we have seen that our chapter number 5 importance from the exam, board exam point of view. So whatever the points I said, that you mark and prepare well for the exam. So if you will do this properly, this chapter, then not a single mark question you will lose from this chapter, right? So prepare well and all the best.